In 14-15, 486.8 million. And in 2015-16, 171.7 million. And in 2016-17, 178.3 million.
Member.
Thank you, Honourable Chair. Again, I think the Minister's seeing the direction I'm heading with this line of questioning is there's some very big numbers here as credits, and I'm only on the 7th of more to come, our royalty credit programs that exist. The next one is my favorite of one, which is called the Natural Gas Deep Well Credit Program. And I'm wondering if the Minister could please describe what the Natural Gas Deep Well Credit Program is prior to 2014 and what that program is after April the 1st, 2014, and what occurred in the transition on April the 1st, 2014.
Minister.
Thank you, Chair. I'm just going to go back to the numbers that I shared with the member in my previous answer about the natural gas deep well re-entry credit program. They are both the deep well credits as well as the deep well reentry program. Sorry to say, but Ministry of Finance doesn't separate the two out. So that actually is the total for two different credit programs. And so for the natural gas deep well credit program, so the issue here is less the incentivizing that I was speaking to in some of the previous wells, where we were trying to incentivize a very distinct behavior. So that means that the company is already here, they're dedicated to setting up, and so this is the type of behaviors that we want, or practices, pardon me, that we want from them as they are beginning their activity. This particular one is addressing our competitiveness on the global stage, so making sure that BC's upstream in the northeast is competitive on that global stage. And what it does is it provides a royalty credit for wells, for deep wells specifically. And the member wants to know, there was a change that was made on April 1st, 2014, and wants to know what that change was specifically. And what it was is that this credit program was expanded to cover wells with a vertical depth of less than 1,900 meters. Prior to that, it was 1,900 meters or more. But that's not to say that you can drill 1,500 meters and that's it, you're eligible. What it is that you can drill less than 1,900 meters, but you still need to keep drilling. You just go horizontally rather than straight vertically. So there still needs to be, there's less depth, but there still needs to be length in terms of accessing the actual resource.
Member.
Thank you, Honourable Chair. So I assume that the numbers that were claimed are the numbers that were given earlier for the, I believe the Minister's nodding, so I won't ask what the numbers for the deep well are. So essentially what we've got in summary of these is credit programs. In British Columbia here, we provide a credit for infrastructure construction. We provide a credit for cleaning up your pollution. We have a credit to ensure marginal cost ineffective wells are kept in production. We provide a credit to actually for deep drill, and we provide a credit for horizontal fracking as well. In essence, we provide credits in all areas of our natural gas sector here to incentivize natural gas drilling. Oh, were that to be the case in other sectors of our economy, Honourable Chair. With that said then, credits are important to actually incentivize, and I get that, up and emerging technologies and sectors. So let's take a look, and perhaps the Minister can help us through illustration, at some of the revenues we've been getting then from the natural gas sector. So I'm wondering if the Minister could please provide the net royalties received by the province of British Columbia for natural gas for each of the fiscal years from 2007 through 2017.
Minister of Energy, Mines and Petroleum Resources.
Thank you very much, Chair. So I'll start with 2007 and the fiscal year 2007-2008. It was the net royalties received were 1.132 billion. The following year, 08-09, was 1.314 billion. 09-10, 406 million. 2010-11 was $313 million. 2011-12, $339 million. 2012-13, $169 million. 2013-14, $445 million. And in 2014-15, $493 million. And 2015-16, $139 million. And 2016-17, $152 million.
Member Oak Bay Gordon Head.
Thank you, and I very much appreciate those answers. So, in essence, in summary, in 2009, we were at a high of $1.3 billion in royalties coming to the province of British Columbia, and in fiscal year ending 2017, we were $152 million, almost 10 times less. The next question then is on the area of how much natural gas have we produced. So, I'm wondering if the minister could please let us know what the net natural gas, production of natural gas in the province of British Columbia was in thousands of cubic meters for each of the fiscal years 2007 through to 2017.
Minister.
Thank you very much, Chair. So these are all in cubic meters. And so for 2007, 2008, we have 27,084,782 cubic meters. If 27 million. If the member wants, I can just round it out to the million rather than giving the entire number. And if you'd like all the full detail right down to the last cubic meter, I'm happy to provide that in writing. So for 2008, 2009, it was 28 million. 2009, 2010, we're at 27.6 million. 2010, 2011, 31 million. 2011, 2012, 36.5 million. 2012, 2013, 35.8 million. 2013, 2014, 39 million. 2014, 2015, 42.5 million, and the last year that we have available numbers is 2015, 2016 at 44.7 million.
Member.
Thank you. I'll have to get under those numbers differ from the numbers that I have, being 32 million in 2007, 33 million in 2008, 33 million in 2009, 35 million in 2010, 41 million in 2011, 41 million in 2012, 44.5 million in 2013, 47 million in 2014, 49 million in 2015, 51 million in 2016, and 51.5 million in 2017. And hopefully we can reconcile where our differing sources are from down the road. The point here, Honourable Chair, is that we've had close to a 50% increase in production over the last decade or so, at a time when, in fact, royalties have gone from 1.3 billion to 152 million. So my second last question in this line of questioning is this. I'm wondering if the minister could please let us know what the net royalty per 1,000 cubic meters of natural gas produced in the province of British Columbia is for the fiscal years 2007 through 2017.
Minister.
Thank you very much, Chair. And I'll answer this question, and then I think we're going to have to wrap up for the day if that works for the member. He has one more. Okay. So for BC, the net royalty per 1,000 cubic meter for natural gas in 2007, 2008 was $40.45. I'll do the same as I did before, which I'll round up or down using those grade school math skills. In 2008-09, it was $45. In 09-10, it was 14. In 2010-11, it was $10. And in 2011-12, it was 9. In 2012-13, it was $4, closer to $5, pardon me. And in 2013-14, it was 11. And in 2014-15, it was closer to 12. It was just $11.55. And then in 2015-16, it was $3. And in 2016-17, it was $3. And this type of increase-decrease situation, if you look at Alberta numbers, it's very similar. So, for example, in 2007, 2008, the net royalty per 1,000 cubic meters was $38.30. And then fast forward 7 years, pardon me, into the future until 9 years into the future to 2016-17, it was $4.93. And the reason why you see this, Chair, is that the royalties are not based on necessarily on the volume of gas being extracted. It's based on the price, and the price of gas is determined by the marketplace. And so what we have here is that the price of gas was quite high in 2007, 2008, 2008, 2009 fiscal years, and it has come down quite substantially. And so what I'd like to do for the member here, so he has this information, is I'd just like to table this so that he can access it. And am I able to table in budget estimates?
I would ask you to share it informally. To properly table, we would have to do it in the main chamber.
Oh, okay, no problem. I'll do that. Great, thank you very much. So I'll just hand that to the member opposite so that he has that as well.
Member.
Honourable Chair, I do appreciate the response. We had slightly different numbers for my calculations, again, based on the natural gas production estimates and the source that I used versus the source that they got there. Bottom line here, Honourable Chair, is in the net royalties using the government's numbers were $45 for every 1,000 cubic meters produced in BC, and now it's $3, which is, despite, Honourable Chair, a 50% increase in natural gas production over the same time. This, Honourable Chair, is race for the bottom economics at its finest. My final question is this. What is the total accumulated and outstanding natural gas deep well credits available to companies in British Columbia? When I asked this question in the fall, it was something of the order of $3.2 billion. I'm wondering what that number is now.
Minister, and noting the hour.
Absolutely, Chair. So the total outstanding deep well royalty credits since its inception of the program as of December 2017 are estimated at $3.1 billion. Now, this includes all credits for all wells, whether or not they're in production. So that's what we have. And I just want to make sure that the public knows is that a company can't come up and say, I have all these credits, pay me out, and somehow they're walking away with a bag full of money. That's not how it works at all. They're able to use their credits to reduce their royalties down to a 3% or a 6% rate. So they still have to pay royalties. So noting the hour, Honourable Chair, I move that the committee rise, report completion of the resolutions of the Ministry of Advanced Education, Skills and Training, and report progress on the Ministry of Energy, Mines and Petroleum Resources, and ask leave to sit again.
Members, you've heard the motion. All in favor? Opposed? This committee stands adjourned.